Good evening, I'm Paul Burstow. I'm the Liberal Democrat candidate and the current Member of Parliament in this constituency, and I've lived here all my life, I'm bringing my family here, and feel proud to have the opportunity to represent this constituency in Parliament, and believe that there are many assets and things that we should cherish in this community. I want to talk about the economy, and we need to go back, I think, to 2008 to understand the context of the debate we're about to have, because the credit crunch that occurred in 2008 was rather like a major heart attack that struck our economy. Over £100 billion was wiped off the size of our economy. Our economy massively contracted. Huge damage was done to our economy and to the standard of living of every man, woman and child living in this country as a consequence of what happened in 2008. As a consequence of that, we've had the deepest recession since records began, and we know the reasons why this has happened. There's no single cause for the credit crunch, but lax regulation of our banking system during the first part of this century was an absolutely key factor in allowing our economy to get out of control and to allow the deficit to get out of control as well. So in 2010, we came in to govern as a coalition and found that the deficit was actually, as a share of GDP, larger than the deficit that they have in Greece. In other words, we faced an economic problem of at least the same scale and proportion as Greece, if not worse, and we had to take action. And over the last 5 years, as a consequence of the actions that this government has taken, we have seen significant progress. We have the fastest growing economy anywhere in the G7 and across Europe. We have the strongest growth in employment, the largest fall in unemployment in the G7 as well. And youth unemployment is now at its lowest levels since the 1970s. We also have inflation at its lowest level for 12 years and interest rates at their lowest levels. And the deficit has been halved in these 5 years. Locally, unemployment has halved since its peak in the early part of 2010, and youth unemployment has halved as well. Working locally with the Liberal Democrat-run council, we've brought in £350 million of new investment into this area, new jobs, new opportunities, many new apprenticeships, 2 million new apprenticeships across the economy as a whole, and that is a key focus in terms of how we rebuild the skills base that this country needs to be competitive in the future. And when it comes to taxation, our priority on the front page of our manifesto in 2010 was a tax threshold increase to £10,000 so that people on low and middle incomes would not pay tax until they reach that level of earnings. That has not just been delivered, we have exceeded that, and by the end of this Parliament, people will enjoy a tax cut of £800, and we want to carry on with that proposal in the next Parliament so that we actually are delivering lower taxes for more people in the future.